What is up, you guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Before we hop in this video, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Let's just get into this video. All right, y'all. So today's video is going to basically be about perspective. Now, I seen a TikTok about this that I was just like, you know what? I want to make a YouTube video about this and talk deeper about it with you guys because y'all are my besties. So I got to come and talk to y'all and sit down and chat with y'all about what I think. And basically just like perspective, she was just basically saying like, for example, you could hate your job, right? But change your perspective and think like, you know, at least I have a job. At least I'm blessed and thankful to have a job. You guys, that is a prime example. Like I do that all the time because sometimes, y'all, I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. I complain about going to work sometimes. Like I'm sure we all do. Like working a 9 to 5 sometimes is so stressful. It takes everything out of you sometimes, you know. So I've been complaining about going to my job, and when I'm at work, sometimes I've been complaining. I'm like, I'm ready to go, I'm over it. But then I have to sit to myself and I think like, you should be happy you have a job. You should be happy at least you have some type of income, you know, and you're able to provide for yourself and take care of yourself, because a lot of people don't have jobs. A lot of people struggle to find jobs. A lot of people don't have any type of income, you know. So that's basically what perspective is. Like change your perspective. When you think about something negative, like try and change your perspective to something positive, or try to think like it could be worse, or, you know, other people have it a lot worse than you, you know. Sometimes I know it's so hard, we get wrapped up and we just like the hustle and bustle of life, we just like kind of forget like we truly are blessed and we truly are just like, we should be so grateful, you know. Even me, y'all, even though I'm telling y'all this, like I also need to take this into consideration, because like sometimes I do be forgetting to, like I truly am blessed, I truly am grateful for the things and the people that I do have in my life, you know. And if there's nothing, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with like wanting more, or like wanting like a bigger and better life, or like whatever the case may be, you know. I'm not saying like you shouldn't want more in your life, because there's nothing wrong with that at all. But be grateful for definitely what you have now, what you're surrounded by, and like that's just like an example, like your job, you know. Or you could just be like, you know, there's just so many like different examples I could give you guys of like changing your perspective, like when you are thinking negatively, or, you know, for example, another example, if you're like single, you know, if you're one of those people that are just like you always are just like, you want to be in a relationship, take a minute and be like, you know what, I am grateful to have my peace and to have my like space of freedom to do whatever, you know. I literally just had a brain fart, y'all. I didn't even know what I was going to say there, mind you. I just be tripping over my words sometimes. But that's just like an example, you know. So just like try to always change your perspective, like when you are thinking negatively, or when you're thinking of like not thinking in the best headspace, you know. And I know that's like easier said than done, but like once you like sit and think for a minute, like, you know what, I truly am blessed. Like I don't even know why I'm complaining, or I don't even know why like I'm complaining about going to this job, or I don't know, you know. Just like anytime you are thinking negative, like I want you guys to try to like not think negatively, or like think about like the positives of the situation, you know. Or think of like, hey, this could be way worse. Like, hey, I could be fucking broke, I could be homeless, you know what I mean? Like even if you like, say you like are like always complaining about you hate your place, or like hate where you live, like of course you could change that. Like of course, like if you want to move, like if you want to like change your location, absolutely do that. But think for a second, like I could be homeless, you know. There's so many people that don't have anywhere to go. There's so many people that are homeless that literally sleep in their car, or like sleep out on a fucking bench, you know what I mean? Like, so think like that, you know. Like when you're just like thinking negatively, or you're complaining, like think of like it could be worse for me. Like I could be in a way worse situation. Like I even have to like take a second and tell myself that like, Antonio, you could be in a way worse situation, or you could be homeless, or you could have no money, you could be have no family, you know. Like it just could be way worse, you know. I even like when I like get mad at my mom, or like I like get frustrated with my mom, or like annoyed with my mom at times, because that happens, you know. That definitely happens with parents. I don't care how old you get, I don't care, it doesn't matter, that just happens, okay? So I even have to think for a second, like even when I get annoyed with my mom, or even when I'm like tripping about something my mom annoyed me about, or like whatever, you know, I have to think like it could be, you could not have a mom, you know. Like you could just not have a parent, you know, and that would fucking suck even more, you know, than like me complaining about whatever, or like her getting on my nerves, you know. So like I even have to take time, like a second for myself, and be like, it could be way fucking worse, Antonio. You need to like take a second and chill, you know. And that's like that's how I'm trying to be now. Like it's because y'all sometimes like just I don't know, you just like it's hard to not think negative sometimes, you know, and it's like it's easier. It's not I'm not gonna say it's like easier to think negative, but it's like, you know, sometimes you just like get into that negative headspace and that negative cloud over you, you know, like we all if you say you don't, you're lying, you know, like if you say you don't ever get into that negative headspace or you don't ever like think negatively at times, you're lying. But when you do, like I said, when you do begin to think negatively, or when you do start to like have those negative thoughts, like try to think of like something positive about whatever situation you're in, or like whatever thought you're having at that moment, you know. Yo, just literally today I was like, I'm ready to go. Like I'm complaining like about my job, like I'm ready to go home. And my coworker was like, it could be worse for us. Like we couldn't have a job. And I was like, girl, you're so right. You know, like you literally are so right. Like I couldn't even like say anything to that. I was like, bitch, you're right. Like it could be worse. Like I couldn't have a job, or I could be like struggling to find a job, because trust me, y'all, I've been there and it fucking sucks. Like literally trying to find a job nowadays, especially in this economy, in this world that we live in, it's so stressful. It's so hard. Like that's like a whole separate video for like a whole nother day. But like, I don't know. It just is like, once you like change your mindset of like, okay, this sucks, like to something like positive in that moment, or like whatever it may be. Like, again, I'm gonna go back to the job. If you're complaining about your job, you can be like, you know what, the day is almost over, the week is almost over, like, and then I can enjoy the weekend. You know, even something as small as that could change your mindset at that moment and be like, okay, maybe this job isn't so bad. Let me get this money. Let me do what I gotta do to provide for myself, to take care of myself, and go about my business. You know, like that's how you kind of have to like think about it. Even though like, and sometimes y'all I'll be forgetting to think positively in these moments. Like I even still need to like get better at doing that. Like I am gonna be completely honest with you guys, but it gets better. Like once you start to like change your perspective, change your mindset, like little by little, even if it's like something as simple as that, like things will start to get better. Like you'll start to just look at things way differently, and you'll start to be like, you know what, even if you were like annoyed about a situation, or even if you're like annoyed about doing something in that moment, you could be like, just try, if you like start to like think about the positives, and you start to like do that little by little, you won't even like think to like even think of the negatives, you know. And that's like what I'm trying to do, honestly. That's why I was like, I'm gonna like tell you guys, come down and sit and tell you guys about like just changing your perspective on things. And like even when I seen that TikTok video, I was like, gosh, girl, you are so right. Like if you just even like the littlest things of like changing your perspective, it really does a lot for like your mental health. Like you're just throughout your day, like even just having a better day, if you like literally try to sit down and like change your perspective on things, and like look at things in a whole different perspective, versus like complaining and like being annoyed about the situation for long, you know. And I know that's easier said than done, because again, that is something that I'd be struggling with, y'all. But I don't know, it like even today when my coworker was like, at least we have a job, I was like, girl, you are so right. Like here I am complaining about like wanting to go home, but at least I have a job, you know. And it's like I have to really like think about that. And you really like, even all of us, like if like we all have to just start thinking like, so thinking differently about it, you know, and just changing our whole mindset of like thinking that, because like it's so easier to have just those negative thoughts just run through your head all day long, or just like even when you first wake up in the morning, like sometimes people might wake up in the morning and they're just already like in that negative headspace, or they're like already in that negative mindset. But like try to wake up in the mornings and be like, you know what, I'm so grateful to be alive, you know, like, and to even wake up and to be able to breathe a whole nother day. Like I'm gonna get that deep with y'all, okay? Because it's honestly true. It's like sometimes you just have those days where you just wake up, and again, super normal, we're all human, we all do it. But if we can start to like, you know, when we wake up in the morning and you might just like be annoyed like from the night before, or just like the like work day before, like whatever happened the day before, like say you like bring that over to the next morning, you could just wake up and say you're like still annoyed. You could wake up and be like, you know what, I'm not even gonna be annoyed. I'm not even gonna be annoyed about what happened from the previous day. I'm gonna wake up, try to start fresh, and move on, because it's like it's a new day, you know. So like even something as simple as that, like changing your like if you like wake up annoyed, like you could change your mindset to something as easy as that, like being like, you know what, I'm so grateful to even just be alive, and to even be awake for a whole nother day, and like to be able to have another day. Because let's be real, y'all, sometimes we don't all, you know, like sometimes you don't always wake up the next day, you know. Like y'all know I'm gonna try to always be as honest with y'all and like as transparent with y'all as I can be. Like I'm being so honest. Like we don't always wake up the next morning. You know, some people aren't as fortunate as to wake up the next morning, you know? So think of it like that. Even when like, when you're having like a bad day, or like, why does it look like I'm throwing up gang signs? Child. Anyways, but no, like seriously, like something as little as just changing your mindset like that, like, you know, or even if you're like, say you're like, even in the line, like you're waiting forever in the line at the fucking McDonald's, and you're just like, you could even, and you're annoyed about the line taking forever, you could honestly be like, you know what, at least I can go to McDonald's and I'm allowed to, and like can enjoy McDonald's, you know, no matter how long this fucking line is taking, no matter how annoyed I am right now, and no matter how I'm ready to get out of this line, at least I can go to McDonald's, you know, and I can afford McDonald's, you know, like even something as simple and little as that, you know, it can really probably, like, not even probably, it can change your like mindset, you know, it can change like you, like I said again, your whole like entire day, you know. So it's like, even just, we need to just all try to like look at it like that, y'all. Even like I said, even me, y'all, like that's what I'm saying. Even though I'm telling you guys and like making this video, like this video is also to myself, like I'm talking to myself, like, because it's just so easier, like I said, it's just so, you could just get those negative thoughts and they just run through your head. They could just like be a non-stop thing all day long. But like, what if you change your mindset? What if you change your perspective on things? Like throughout the day, what if like you were having a negative thought, but you automatically like you change your perspective on it? You know, like we probably would all have better days. Like we all probably would just be in better moods. We all probably just would be like in just better different mindsets, you know? Like that's how honestly I'm trying to be now. And that's like how I'm trying to like just look at things when I get annoyed, or like when something is like irritating me, or like when maybe something is like, I'm like irritated, or maybe like if I woke up annoyed, or just like I'm in a mood, you know, like I just maybe try to change my perspective on it. Maybe try to change how I look at things, or how I'm like being negative, and how I could be positive about it, or I could be like look at it in a totally different way, in a better, more positive perspective, you know. And that's why I was like, you know what, when I seen that TikTok, I think I've seen it today. When I seen it, I was like, you know what, I want to make a video on this, and I want to talk to you guys about it, because I was just like, I want to know what you guys think, or like, do you guys understand where I'm coming from? Do you guys like get what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, it's just so. And again, it's like we forget, we like throughout the hustle and bustle of the day, like, so, like, cause so much just goes on with like work, if you have kids, like relationships, like friendships, it's just a lot, you know, just like family, like it's all just a lot, you know, and we just forget to like take a minute and take a breather and be like, you know what, I truly am blessed. Like a lot might be going on right now, but like it could be worse from, you know, like just try to look at it like that when you're going through like a situation. Be like, you know what, it could be worse. Shit could be way worse for me right now. Like, yes, the situation I'm in sucks. Like, yes, it is a lot. I'm overwhelmed. Like, a lot is going on right now, but it could be way worse. Like, I could be going through, people go through way worse, you know what I mean? Like, try to look at it like that. Like, and I know it's easier said than done, because again, I need to get better at that, you know, but little by little, day by day, if you could just try to like change your perspective on things, like when you're like in a mood, or like when you're upset about something, or say like something at work might be happening, or like whatever the case may be, like y'all already know I can't speak. Try to change your perspective on it and see maybe if that would help, you know, if you just like are like looking at a situation, or like if you're looking at the situation from a different perspective, from a more positive end versus just like a more negative perspective, or like with like that dark cloud over you, you know, because we all get that fucking dark cloud. Like I don't care what, if you say you don't, you're lying. If you say at times you don't get negative, you're lying. Like you're lying. Like everybody does it. Everybody goes through it. Everybody has those moments of like when they're like being negative, you know? So it's like, I don't know, try to just change your perspective and see how you would feel, or how you guys, or how it could possibly turn around for you, you know? And again, I'm even, as I'm making this video for you guys, this video is also for me. Hello, like I am also need to take advice from this, you know? Like it, because I don't know, I just like, life is just crazy enough, and we all see it, and we all just see how crazy life is. And it's just like, we truly are all so blessed. We're all like, even just the smallest thing of like, even having a phone, like even just being able to like have a cell phone, or like something as small as like, I don't know, like even being able to fucking drink water. I don't know, like just, we truly are just so blessed. And I know at times we all forget, including myself, like we all just like with the hustle and bustle of life, like we just truly forget how blessed we are. But we really are, you guys. Like I'm blessed, you guys are blessed, like we all really truly are, you know. And I'm even saying this for myself, like we are. But I don't know, I just wanted to make this video. I just wanted to sit down and talk to you guys really quick, because I was just like, you know what, I don't know, I can definitely relate to this. I hope somebody out there can relate to this, whoever may watch this video. You guys, one of you guys might be able to relate to this, like just changing your perspective on things and changing how you look at things in those times of like negativity, or like when something bad is going on, or when things might not be going as planned in your life. You know, try to look at it from like, things could be way worse, like things could be way worse, you know. Just try to look at it like that, and I promise you, like maybe our perspectives will change, even mine's, you know. Like truly, I think I'm like really gonna try to like keep trying to change my perspective, like when something is like negative or going on bad in my life, or like shit is going a wreck. I'm gonna really try to like just change my perspective and be like, it could be way worse for me. I still am blessed and still grateful, you know. And that's what I want you guys to try and do too, you know. And let's see what could happen, you know. But I'm gonna leave that here. I'm gonna leave off. I don't even know what I was trying to say. I'm gonna leave off right here. I hope you guys enjoyed this little video. I hope you guys understand like where I'm coming from, or kind of what I'm trying to say. But let me know what you guys think in the comments, because I definitely want to know. But always give this video a thumbs up, thumbs down, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.